Hi, I'm Hazel. It's Saturday again, which makes it time to sit down and catch up on the WoW news of the week, what I've been up to, answer some questions. This is going to be a short one. Very little happened this week, excuse me, while I take a nap until July. We did, however, get an update on the whole Shadowlands flight purchasing thing. It's the good update. You do not have to buy flying in Shadowlands. Once you have unlocked it, all your characters will have it. The wording was a bit ambiguous, and Blizzard issued a statement indicating that what they meant is that you will still need to have expert flying purchased, like the flight skill. Earning your Shadowlands flying is not going to automatically grant you any flight skills, but you do not have to buy Shadowlands flying. You're going to get the item at the end of the quest line, and then once you've used that item, all of your characters in your account are going to be able to fly in Shadowlands as long as they can fly in general. I had my hopes up that it was just a weird choice of words. It was. Happy ending. Good stuff. 10 out of 10. What else? Battle.net's getting a global friends list, letting you chat with friends from other regions without having to switch your Battle.net region. Imagine talking to your friends on Battle.net anyways. That's what we have Discord for. But, you know, good news for somebody. The wording of the announcement post, and we should keep in mind that this is for Battle.net, which is used for all kinds of games and not just WoW. But the wording was pretty optimistic for the future. They said this is only our first step and it will only get better from here. So that's promising, but I'm thinking that language is mostly about other game types. They want things to be cross-region and cross-platform wherever they're going to be good, and I don't see that personally happening for WoW, because I know some people were looking at this announcement and then wanting it to mean that cross-region play is coming to WoW. Like right now, if you're in North America, you can play on EU servers, but you got to make an EU account, and then you're going to have to deal with some latency and vice versa. The only place that we can play with... Did I just put my hands in your mouth? I'm so sorry. The only place that we can play cross-region is PTR, and it does work, but with a game like WoW, somebody's always going to have latency. This is a lesson that we've already learned with oceanic servers, and yeah, I know some people really wanted this to mean a truly global WoW, and while I would love for that to happen one day, I think that our technology's just not there yet. Other stuff WoW had reported this week, something I did not know yet, which is that in 9.1, the Sinrunner Blanchy mount is going to be able to fly. I don't know if this was like a new build edition or if they just reported it, but news to me. Good news. I like that mount. I do have it. I'm excited that we're going to fly with that one in Shadowlands, and now is a great time. If you do not have your Sinrunner Blanchy mount and you want it, do it. Do it soon. Not like soon. It's not a huge rush, but the thing with this is that once it's like old, it's going to be more annoying to get, because the mount grind for Sinrunner Blanchy is not that hard. You're going to get a bucket list of stuff, You're going to get a list of stuff from around, right? And then every day for 6 days or whatever, you turn in one set of things. But that turn in is to a rare spawn. And right now it's easy because people are working on it. So they're listing groups for the rare spawn. But every day that goes by, another person finishes their mount and they're no longer camping and listing groups. So it's going to be eventually like the Lost Alpaca situation, where it's just a lot harder to do than it was when it was hot and popping. So I have a video for that. Wowhead has a guide for that. If you want pretty red, sad ghost horse pony with flight in 9.1, go start it now. It's not that hard. You'll be glad you did. And questions for this week. Floss PC Gaming wants to know, or says, I really like weighted blankets and think they are cozy. If you don't has, maybe you should has. I have had. I also sometimes like to be cozy, and I had heard a lot of hype about weighted blankets online, and at one point I got one and discovered that it was heavy and I didn't like that. I know how this sounds, but the thing is, I like blankets and cuddling underneath them, and then when I'm finished with them, the following day I see wherever I have bestowed the blanket, and I would like to pick it up and fold it and make it look rectangular in some fashion. And I would pick up the weighted blanket instinctively like 7 times a day to try to fold it. And it was heavy, and especially when I had longer nails, it would like bend them, and that was upsetting. I think that, no, that's the end of that story. People like them though. They're good if you want heavy but not hot, but sometimes they're warm. I'm leaving this sentence. Maze wants to know, are you interested in the new upcoming MMO Palia? I keep thinking that would be something you would like. I know I'm super excited about it. So on one hand, new MMOs are a hard sell for me because I have an MMO and I like mine. And I know from experience that I don't really have time to maintain 2 MMOs simultaneously in the long term. Like, I know I'm gonna have to pick one. So if the appeal of an MMO involves long-term investment in it, I'm less likely to even try for a non-WoW game because I just know I'm never gonna get there. And then the other thing is that early development games break hearts brutally every day. Call me when it's done. But I did Google it because it's like the 7th time it's been brought up to me. So I did Google it, and it is like super cute and really pretty, and like kind of, they're really leaning on the comfy thing, and that's cheating. So if I get alpha, like usually I'm call me when it's out, and I don't even want to hear development news because I don't want to get my heart broken by something that's not done yet. But if I get into alpha, I guess I'll maybe try it, like, because it's like maybe kind of cute. And Brian Lamb wants to know, do you stream full-time, or do you have another job you do as well? No other job, unless we count YouTube, which depends on what we qualify as a job. I stream 6 days a week, but only 2 hours a day. I would say there's another 30 to 45 minutes of prep time before a stream, making sure it all turns on. It sounds easy until you try and do it. But then outside of that, like, that adds up to a part-time job. So outside of that, in theory, making YouTube videos and then navigating sponsorships and like the back-end stuff would constitute the rest of a full job. Sometimes if I'm not doing so great, some of that starts to fall off a little bit or a lot. But in theory, the whole thing is like one job of content creation that is kind of equal parts YouTube and Twitch, with YouTube taking more time but then creating less content because it's a little bit more input intensive. That's my week. Ask questions if you got them. Thank you. Goodbye.